Oh yeah, Pikachu. I'm loving your show notes this week. We're finally getting down to some crisis counseling. Hi, welcome to the Comics Coffee Table. Pull up a chair, grab a cuppa, whatever it is you're putting under your nose today, pal. Friend. Snap ahead. You know, wherever you are. You're welcome here. Ah, that's good stuff. We're going to leave the real world over there and our problems. We're going to pull up a chair to our coffee table. We're going to grab a cuppa, maybe a snack. Put up your feet for a minute. We're going to shoot the shit. We're going to just talk about comic books for a couple of minutes every day. Why not? It makes us happy. It really does. I love comic books. And if you love comic books as much as I do, then you are in the right show in the right time in the right place. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. That's when we get down. And if I am able to make the live chat premiere, I love being knee deep in an ongoing conversation about comic books. We show up every day for this. And it continues in the comments section. So keep them coming. It's good to see all the familiar faces and the new faces too. Welcome to our coffee table. What you drinking? What you shoving under your nose today, pal? Live, pre-recorded live before a studio audience of stuffed animals from our Boston studios. Huzzah. How are you? This year, we are going to rebag, reboard, and rebox everything in my collection. Along the way, I'm going to get a ballpark estimate of the value of my comic book collection, as I like to call it, the funny book accumulation. I got some tools. I've been turned on to the Overstreet guides. I got the Overstreet Guide to Grading Comics, 6th edition, 2021 printed. This is the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guides, 52nd edition, most current copy, the price guide. These are invaluable tools. Such as, I like talking about the ages of comic books, such as the golden age of DC Comics, 1938 to 1955. Or is it 1945 and the Atom Age is 1945 to 1955, as stated and defined in the glossary of the Overstreet, the most current Overstreet Price Guide. Chew on that one, comics fans, true believers, Excelsior. How are you? Awesome. I'm so happy you're here. So yeah, my parents gave me these books for Christmas last year. So this season is dedicated to my parents. I love you. Thank you guys. Thank you. If you have any professional level questions about the value or condition of your comic books, please go to your local comic book shop and ask the owner or the staff. They are trained and are prepared for your questions, and I would send you there. This show is for educational purposes only. We are educating ourselves and entertaining ourselves, learning something new about our old funny books, such as I love it when I come across something of value. It's just like, oh wow, but then I'm starting to figure it out. Of course, this is someone's first appearance. This is like the this just over issues number 1, over issues with variant covers of in a common run. You know, I got like, what didn't I get, like the variant cover for Action Comics 1048? But I mean, it's just nothing spectacular happened. No first appearance. No, you know, I just got a cardstock variant at a slightly higher cover price. It's cute. I like it. I wanted it. It caught my eye. I mean, yet, as the speculator scene value thing goes, will that? You know, I've seen that with variant covers that were $1 more than their cover price 10 years ago. I bought a couple of those, and that doesn't matter. It's just, I quote unquote lost $1. But that's like if you come in at in the game. Do I have skin in the game, or am I, you know, are you in it for the turn comics around? I just find no, I'm not. I never turn comics around. I just buy them. I read them, I reread them, I reread them, and hence all the dings. Ding! It's not here yet. It's on. The bell is en route. There will be dings. I hope Billy Tucci doesn't think I'm ripping off his act either. I love Billy. I'll get to see Billy at Wicked Comic-Con in April next month, and I'm going to ask him to sign this. Wouldn't that be cool? Every time I flash this book, it's signed by the artist. Yeah, he's the credited artist of this cover. Yeah, it's true. And while we're going to our local comic book shops with our serious questions about the value of our floppies, instead of saying, "Hey, Sully said it's worth $10, pay up," doesn't happen. Sully did not say that. While you're at your local comic book shop, see, one of my missions of this show, of our show here, is to help keep our local comic book shops open as long as humanly possible. We're humans, so we can make things humanly possible. And that would be to get our asses back to the mom and pop brick and mortar shops. And I'm not buying my supplies from my online supply chain with the free shipping and the built-in movie network, where I could get a price cut and delivery. No, I'm paying markup on purpose as a conscious way to redistribute my wealth, to keep something that I love alive. And I'm buying my boxes there, my acid-free boards, and my bags. I need more bags, but I need Mylars too, but I'm getting some soon. And I'm going to put the really good stuff in the Mylars. I promise. But they are literally 3 times as expensive as the polypyrenes. You know what I mean? So, I have to be liberal and conservative with my values. So when it comes to rebagging the comic books, I'm liberal with with rebagging them. Yes, I'm going to be conservative with the pre-existing materials, meaning I'm going to judge the quality of them. There's a tactile thing. You got to feel for them. Literally feel it on your fingertips. Okay, a flimsy bag, but I'm not going to get rid of. See, it's crinkly here. It's a little torn there. This definitely needs a new bag. It's kind of but it's got a special kind of story to it. We're doing the DC Crisis Long Box. Oh gosh, I need to rebag this one. Okay, I need a new bag. Where are the bags? It's in the box, fool. Grab a couple of bags. I don't like keeping them out and about because I don't know. It's a comic book collector's injury. Have you ever stepped on a comic book that was on the floor and thump right on your keister? Yeah. You get what are the common comic book fans' injuries? Paper cut, Twitter cancellation, he was wearing the wrong T-shirt. No, I'm gonna prep this bag. I'm getting the hang of that. Yeah, prep the bag. Put your in the shiny side front, kind of like a claymore, point towards the enemy, right? And so the back will rest on this side, and I will use one piece of tape. Okay, so this is a great example of a bag that needs to be replaced. And now there are plenty of bags that don't need to be replaced, that are in perfectly fine condition, because I can feel it, But okay, the story behind this was me and a girlfriend at the time. We went to Manhattan for a couple of days, and from Boston. You know, it's easy to just jump on an Amtrak or we had a Chinatown bus called the Feng Hua, and there was Lucky Dragon as well, or Lucky Star. But it was called the Feng Hua bus, and I think it'll no longer exist because the overwork. Oh my, that's a story in itself. But the Boston to New York City, Chinatown to Chinatown bus, it was like $20, and this was like almost 20 years ago. So it's 2007, we're 2008, and we're in Manhattan for a couple of days. I went to my first Broadway show. I saw Spring Awakening with Leah Michelle. I saw her boobies. She went topless. It was a really interesting, you know, production. But it was like my first Broadway show. You know, that was so cool. I seen a Broadway musical on Broadway. Dude, we saw Hamilton in Chicago in 2017. We were 20 rows up from the stage. It was worth every penny. You know, musical, yeah, go to the brick and mortar shops and houses and go see art and go experience art and spend your money on art. Back to the bag here, though. So it's 2008 and 2007, 2008, and we're in Times Square. And of course, I make a beeline to Midtown Comics. Go upstairs, the second floor, you know, and then there's the other, you know, where the T-shirts live upstairs from that. And you can always tell, like, you know, you see the DC staff, you know, when they're in Midtown Comics in Times Square. I'm like, oh, I know that one. Okay, but they have those shelves. It's on the second floor. As soon as I walked in, because you got the new releases over here, and you got some long boxes, you know, some long boxes over there, the back issues. I went. It was like the force compelled me. I was looking for this issue. Okay, this is the DC 1 million 80-page giant that is not included in the trade paperback. Also, every issue of the line that month, 1 month, every issue in the entire DC superheroes line had an issue 1 million. The conceit was that in the 853rd century, DC Comics would have published its 1 millionth issue if it was being published monthly. I think either from Action 1 or maybe that one of those first comics right before them, you know. But you know, between 1935 and 1938, all I can do is look that up on the wiki, and because we got wikiing to do. But I mean, I don't want to throw this bag out. This bag is sentimental value. It was like I walked in the door, I made a beeline to the boxes. I found exactly what I was looking for at a very reasonable price. This was about 15 years ago. Look, it's got a $4.95 cover price. This went for $5. Perfect, yeah. And I loved this issue. It's oh, look at it. It's got a spine. This is an 80-page giant. At a 4, it has and yeah, it has a bona fide crisis in here. It has Grant Morrison's Crisis 1 Million. And yeah, this is, oh wow, Mark Millar wrote this one, System's Finest. That's the super dogs and the super familiars. I love the Batman design. I love Robin in this. Robin the Toy Wonder. Look at that. That's Mike Rowengo art. That's Ringo. He's passed on. Oh, man. He went too soon. System's Finest. No, okay. This is just a Batman and Robin adventure. So Batman is warden of the prison planet Pluto. And we've got this great, yeah. So it's this is a world's finest comic. It's about the team up of the Batman and the Superman of the 853rd century, written by Mark Millar, and that's Hartiak. She's like Brainiac, but for the heart, and I think her and John Kent are in love. That's Cal Kent, yeah. And my bad. Look at that juicy. Look at that. This Mike Rowengo art. Oh. Oh, this stuff's so good. And, but yeah, Crisis 1 Million. Look at that great page in the bottom there. Love that. Here we go. But yeah, so, and this was a decade before, almost a decade before, Grant gets to sink his teeth into another crisis called Final Crisis. Indeed. Okay. You got a new bag. And a new board. But I will have my cake and eat it too. Be clever, be crafty. Uh-huh. Sure. That'll work. It's not like it's going anywhere. This is mine. Because I love it and I deserve it. Boom. All right. Ain't that cute? Yeah, one piece of tape, please. That's so cool. I get that. I'm going to share that with Mark Millar. But yeah, DC, this was filed in the Crisis long box. I got to find new homes for some of these things. You know, I'm getting new boxes, and new boards, and new bags at the comic book shop. Why? Because I need new boxes. Look, this box has done its job. This box has protected my funny books, my periodicals from wetness. Look at that. That's a beer that exploded in a summer swelt. Some homebrew. It was a chocolate stout. And those are the ghosts of it, the stains it left behind. It covered my closet. It was a summer swelt. And boom! These homebrews exploded and got everywhere. Their contents everywhere. And, but yeah, look, the corner's blown out. My comics need new boxes. They deserve them, don't they? And you know what? I'm going to try to sell some of these. I will totally sell this entire collection of Countdown. And so yeah, what we're doing today, let's look at some covers and talk about Countdown. All right, isn't that Maze Runner? Forerunner. Yeah, she was like the disposable oh, look at that art though. It's really nice. Yeah. And from the wiki where we left off, you know, the DC Universe number 0. This all leads to DC. It starts at 51, and it ends at DC Universe number 0. Okay, we're talking about bags quality. All right, this has been in a bag all this time. Okay, I've been good at bagging comic books, but I've never been good at boarding. So boarding is very much a big priority to me now. Let's look at this comic book. Let's look for dings. We got, of course, the usual spine roll. We've got some corners. That's fine. I mean, the pages are crisp and nice. Oh, here we go. Once again, my girl. Hello. Is that objectification? Is that okay to say anymore? I mean, Mary Marvel. I got, like, you know, But I get older, she doesn't, and it's like, you know, will there, you know, I guess there comes a time where it's just like you have to put down such childish things, I guess. But today is not that day. Not today, as Sirio Farrell would say. Any Game of Thrones fans out there? Hmm. Yeah, Mary Marvel. It's hard for me to roll my heavy. It's about 50 pounds worth of friggin' comic books, dude. I mean, but yeah, so yeah, boards are more important. But yeah, there's Mary Marvel. Let's look at the Indicia Colophone real quick. It doesn't say who did the cover, and I'm looking for the maker's mark. Yeah, oh, it's got some kind of like, see, off-whiteness there, so it's whiteness. See, it looks a little faded there. Yeah. Dinginess. I wonder what causes that. Oh, yeah. To the colophone. Indicia colophone. Oh, I love pages like this. Big pages full of info dump. It took a nasty info dump. Oh, no. Poop humor. Oh, you bad persons with your poop humor. We should show where, like, who made that. Countdown 46, August of 2007. But great cover, though. I mean, that's Jason Todd. The red hood. I mean, I liked it when he had the little shock of white in his hair. Because that, like, I mean, I don't know why they got rid of that. Why, like, you know, that was great. I love this look of the red hood. I mean, that's just, the more classic it gets, the better he looks. And the new one with a literal hood and a red mask. I don't know. Just, I always thought he would look great in the Jim Lee Hush version. That, you know, it was actually Clayface. And that ultimately became Hush's outfit. The black outfit with the yellow and the, but he had the R on there, and the coat and the hair with the white shock and the domino mask, and it was like that was Jason. That was, and it was a trap. It was a clever ruse, and yeah. Oh wow. Look at that. That's actually see, the covers on here are great. Who is that? Is that Ed Benes? I don't know. I see a maker's mark. It is Ed Benes and Rod Rice. That's one cool thing about being a comics fan. You can tell certain people and certain, they're like, hey, but that's Karate Kid. Val Armour. Val, that's Karate Kid. I like saying it like Amber Wave said Dirk Diggler's biopic and Boogie Nights. But look, oh, Tomb Raider, the real Lara Croft. Ladies and gentlemen, once was a Lara Croft, now stands a pale imitation of this and that and the other thing, and yes, the Weekly, indeed. Starman. The History of the Multiverse. That was the backup. Norm Rapmund did, you know, Dan Jurgens and Norm Rapmund. I mean, that's just, this is great. Look, old Mary Marvel, and this is just about in the old Earth 2. I love those, like, these little, like, backup things. The rich history of The DC universe. I love the DC universe. It's like, as you can tell, you've been watching the show. It's like it's the majority of my collection. But this is special to me. This is my Crisis long box. This is it's a celebration of continuity. It's a celebration of the overall story of DC Comics, of the DC universes, of the DC multiverse. Because I'm Bronze Age, man. I go back to DC Blue Ribbon Digest number 3, 1980, which had a reprint of a 1976 All-Star Comics, the introduction of Power Girl. There's always been, like, cool stuff like that. Even going back to Super Friends. Remember they had the evil universe with Evil Gleek? And it wasn't there evil? He had red eye. Evil Batman had red eyes. Yeah. So, but thank you so much for tuning in. We've just been slowly going through, the countdown comics, and look what I have filed in between countdowns 44 and 43, because they are at countdown 43 here in the corner. Is the final issue of Bart Allen's post Infinite Crisis issue number 1 volume of The Flash, where he gets killed by the Rogues, and then Wally comes back with a vengeance, literally gunning for the Rogues, and Bart is actually kind of like Barry. He's kind of like formless in the Speed Force, and he gets he comes back to life. We're gonna see. We'll get to that when it happens. It's because it's happening in Final Crisis, and so we're going to get to that very shortly. I've just been having too much fun going through all these covers and stuff, and reading the wiki. I got to read the wiki more, and but we'll get to that tomorrow. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. We talk about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. You got it. Please leave a like if you like this kind of content. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. I'm a big lad. I can handle it. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. We make daily comic book shop style talking content here. I hope you liked it. And if I see you in the live chat premiere, welcome. And keep the conversation going in the comment section. And we talk about cooking, we talk about spirituality, and join us. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. We will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Bye-bye.